And one of the aims of today's program is to present all sides to this issue, and there are many sides to it, you know. Joining us this morning from an organization called CoSA, Susan Love is here. She's one of the program coordinators of CoSA for this area, correct, Susan?
That's right.
Welcome to the program, and I know you appreciate what's going on here today. First of all, tell me what CoSA is.
Well, first of all, it stands for Circles of Support and Accountability.
Right.
And it is it's a reintegration program for people who have been incarcerated for committing sexual offenses. To help them, first of all, not reoffend, but also to help them develop a meaningful life, to develop the skills to really stay out of trouble and to not go back to prison or to hurt anybody.
Right. Is that possible?
Well, certainly it's possible.
Rehabilitation, steering away from that lifestyle?
It certainly is, with the proper supports in place and treatment, as I'm sure Paul Fedorov mentioned.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't hear his
his
interview, but and also our program is for people who come voluntarily. So they're not
you don't
mandated.
go seek them out.
No, we don't seek them out.
They want the help.
They're not mandated to become involved in our program.
That's a very important point, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. It's very key.
What, and I know that you've recently had some comments in regard to the idea of a public registry, sex offender registry, and what that could possibly mean. You see that as almost detrimental to the recovery of people who have been incarcerated for these crimes.
Well, it's evident that that a registry that's only accessible to the police, really, and not the public, the compliance rate is much, much higher.
Right.
And, you know, if these people are doing well in the community, you know, 5, 10, 15 years, you know, along, to have their name, their address, picture on a publicly accessible registry,
when they're trying to turn their lives around.
It's very counterproductive.
Yeah.
It's not creating a safer.
I understand what you're saying. What you're doing is you're separating these men. Are they all men?
In Ottawa, yes.
Yes.
But it's not a program for men. But,
no, but it's a program. But men are involved, obviously. So these men come out of prison. They voluntarily go to your organization to get the help they want.
That's correct.
Then what you do is you separate them from an environment where crime breeds, for lack of better words.
Well, we certainly look at their risk factors, their triggers, you know, the things that got them into trouble.
Right.
You know, if it's children, yes, of course, they have to avoid going to places where children are going to be, whether it's substances. So.
But you
know,
put them together with individuals who take them away from the criminal side. Is that?
We don't take them away. I mean, integration. We truly mean integration, not partially. We truly want to integrate them and try. So what we do is we match trained volunteers and screened with what we refer to as a core member. So we don't call them a client or a former offender, sex offender. We call them a core member,
right,
and his name. And these volunteers are aware of his triggers, so they are risk factors. They read his file. And they work with him for a minimum period of 1 year.
Right.
Very intensely. There's a group meeting once a week. There's individual meetings.
Right.
And they become like a surrogate family to him.
It's a very interesting process. I think it's you know, it can be quite successful.
Well,
and
it's also wonderful because it's a way for the community to become part of the solution.
True enough, because these individuals are helping them along the way. Before we wrap up, I want to know, what's your success rate?
There has been research shown that those who become involved with CoSA, as it's commonly known, reoffend, or the recidivism rate is 70 to 80% lower than a matched group of those who were not involved.
And reoffending is a problem, so obviously you are having success.
It's very successful, yes.
Susan Love is program coordinator for CoSA, which is the Circles of Support and Accountability. You'll be back a little later to be part of our panel, so we'll look forward to that.
Thank you.
Much more to come on the program. As a matter of fact, we'll talk with Shelley Glover, MP from St. Boniface in Manitoba, who's come here especially for today's program.